Hello, everybody. My name is Manuel. Thank you for joining me on the stream here of KiwiRPG Week. First of all, thank you for the KiwiRPG team for hosting us and my game, giving me an opportunity. This is my first ever live stream. Just a few things about me and the game that you're gonna witness today. I'm Manuel. I'm originally from Germany. I've been living in New Zealand for 3 years now. I've made this game over the last few years and released it in May. It's for free, available digitally on itch.io. It's called Mountain Resonance. It's a alpine survival horror game. So today will be a one-shot. It's also available for free on itch.io and RPG Trader. The one-shot is called Between Kings and Brothers and is playing in the setting of Mountain Resonance. It's a mountain country that was beautiful and vast, and a indigenous population has been brutally subdued by colonist forces. The game that we're playing today is set at the end of this 30-year-long war to subdue the indigenous population. The general, Ambrose, who led this conquest, has declared this war as won and is crowning himself king. His brother, who's an actual king in the adjacent kingdom, wants to send him a gift for his self-coronation. And what we're playing today is a group of mountaineers traveling through the border region, entering into the soon-to-be-declared Kingdom of the East and delivering this gift from one king to another and from one brother to another. Now I'll hand over to my lovely players that thankfully are supporting me here. And I'll let all of you introduce yourself and your character. Let's go with ladies first.
Kia ora, my name is Verena. I'm playing Sion today. And she's a free climber and pretty closed off and part of the party as a bit of a guide. And yeah, if we get into any sticky situations.
Thank you, Verena. Luke, do you want to go next?
Kia ora. Yes, my name is Lucas, and today I'll be playing Sergio Novamira, but please call me Nova. Nova is a diplomat. He's really excited on this first real diplomatic mission to take this gift across the mountains. Here's a true test of his first steps. He has no true idea of the wilderness and what he's really getting into, but he's keen and eager to try.
Sean, do you want to go next?
Sure. Kia ora, everyone. My name is Sean, and I will be playing Anatoly Raskolnikov for this one-shot. He is a sort of the local peoples here that was sort of attacked by the colonists, by the colonials. He lost in the defense and is now working as a porter to help richer people carry things across this mountain. But he does carry a few problems with him as he goes.
Great. And Jacob, do you want to go last?
Well, I mean, there's only last place to go, yeah, so I guess so. Hi, everyone. I'm Jacob, and today I'll be playing Captain Walter Chambers. He's a military man of sort of mid-50s, tries to keep himself very prim, proper, and on the mission, and has been, doing this for the vast majority of his life at this point. Nothing is more important than the political implications and military importance of this mission to him. And so, as a captain, finally achieving that rank recently, he needs to make sure this goes to plan. and that the people that he's with, he can rely on, but ultimately may have to sacrifice if it means that the gift gets through.
It's all about the gift, isn't it?
Awesome.
Thank you very much. So, since this is a horror game, some content warnings and some lines and veils as safety tools I think are important to talk about. The game deals with colonialism and racism in its inherent nature. It also has elements of body horror and exposure to the elements. There might be self-harm involved in this. For my personal lines and veils, there will be no sexual violence, and there are no children in this game to be involved. Does any one of the players want to add further lines and veils to this? Shaking heads and silence. That's great. Okay, we'll keep it to that. Also, we'll include the X card, since we only see our faces. I would say if someone wants to use the X card and does not want something to be part of this game, well, just raise up your arms and make an X in front of the camera, and we'll fade to black and rewind or deal with the situation in any other way. Cool. So, let's go. You four are carrying a beautifully sealed box of dark wood. A gift from one king to another, from one brother to another. None of you know what is inside the box, but you know it's important for it to be delivered over the border. Some of you have been on the other side of the border and seen the violence and trauma that comes with that, that comes with colonialism and its dark aspects. You've been on the route for a few days now, and you're quite close to the border on top of a mountain pass. You were supposed to make it there already yesterday, but your aim is this toll house up on the pass, and a bridge sadly has been destroyed. The guys repairing the bridge told you that there's a detour you can take because the bridge repairs will take a while, and the detour is marked by cairns, stacks of stones, so you don't get lost. And so you go away from the planned path. While in the distance up there, you can always see this tall house on top of a cliff and smoke rising from its chimney. So you have your aim clearly inside. The detour is much more strenuous than the normal route that you've taken. It leads you through pure wilderness. There are cairns marking the way again and again, but there are no ways that seem to have been traveled before by humans. So you've spent a whole day on this detour and went to bed. As a to simulate the toll that is taken on you, all of your characters will get 2 points of exhaustion, and 4 is the maximum. Everyone has one of their layers of warm cloth torn, and you all endured a injury. You all get 1d10 of damage to your health. So please roll that and announce how much damage you've taken.
Not looking so good. That's an 8.
Oof. That's a bit of a sucker punch. That's a 6.
Nice. I like that.
Is it nice?
Yeah, for me it is. And the story, it's a story. It's a good starting point. Three from Verena.
Anatoly only took 3 as well, so he sort of rolled with that one.
That's good. Yeah. We can see already the difference between a diplomat in the mountains and people who are used to the mountains. That's good. Captain Chambers, how's it looking?
How's it looking? Well, our look is rather grim. We should have been there, quite frankly, a day ago. And look, I know I've put in a lot of effort on this journey so far and taken my fair share of battering, whereas some of you, and he looks to Anatoly and to Sian, perhaps more deft or are better at following. It's unclear to me so far. That's how it's looking.
That's what you've, employed us for, didn't you?
Yes, exactly. And so far, your work as soldiers has been nothing but exemplary. And I certainly hope it stays that way.
Great.
It's a snoot is like this, actually, but I know you're learning.
I'm so sorry.
This game is based upon Mothership, and one of the key differences is that there's the stat mountain resonance reflecting your attunement to the mountain as you spend time in it. All of you can also roll 1d10 and add that to your mountain resonance to see, yeah, that sounds good. Fist bumps. And a 6, and an 8, beautiful, and a 2 from our lovely Nova. Again, reflecting who knows how to move through the mountains quite well. Cool. So this is our setup for the game. You've made rest in a shallow cave, and we start the game in the morning. It's still, the sun is barely out. Light rain is falling from dark clouds. Your campsite and fire is in this shallow open cave, but it gives enough shelter from the environment. You are in a U-shaped valley that you've traveled through yesterday until you found this good spot for a night camp. As you wake up, and all of you wake up around the same time, you look around the fire that's barely burning anymore. It's cold. And you realize that the camp is set for 5 people. You're only 4.
This bedroll, Nova, was this something you set out? What's going on here?
Please, do you take me for some kind of amateur? This is not me. This must be a trick.
Anatoly will sidle up to Captain Walter and go, "Perhaps it was the Striga in the night, Captain. Huh? Did you hear them at night, moving and waiting for us?"
I heard nothing of the sort, actually. I heard a crackle of fire as it died down and howling of winds, but you're trying to instill some kind of ghost story in me, and the only ghosts that I know of are ones of the past that we have both seen. Not this Striga, or whatever you're trying to say.
Aren't you a little bit old to be believing in ghost stories, Anatolia?
It is interesting that you will, Nova, say such a thing. I hear in your voice some sort of shared background here, but I see in your countenance no shared personality. Huh? Traitors are always dismissive of others.
Well, we will see who speaks the truth in time. Shall we ignore this illusion, this distraction?
Seems to be extra bedrolls. Xian, you've been quiet. Looking at the road ahead already, I suspect.
Yes. That's, it's good weather, or the best weather we'll get. So we should make our move soon to escape this place. The ghost stories here are numerous, and if you believe in them or not, that's of no consequence to the ghosts. So let's move.
Yes, good joke. And I tap knock on the box. Who needs to carry it? Who's been carrying it so far?
I would assume Anatoly has been carrying it, but if you shared that load or not is up to you. The stark wooden box, the wood is waxed against rain. It's heavy. Anatoly, as you step over the additional bedroll to reach the box and you pick it up, it weighs 3 large things.
Okay, so I got to drop
That must be the
extras.
yeah. That must be the exhaustion from your from the last day.
Okay.
You don't remember it being that heavy, but you must just be you getting weaker.
Well, you see Anatoly unstrips, pulls out his flare gun, drops it on the ground, and takes off some rope and some mountaineering equipment, and drops that on the ground so that you can carry the box.
You strap it on your back, secure, and it looks as if you had carried it all along without any issues. As you shoulder it, there's no sound from inside. It seems to be one uniform object. There's nothing moving in it. Just
can I
like
ask,
all the days before. Yes. Please
Can I ask if on my back, is there any sort of like bruises or tender spots where it has been carried there prior to show that I've been carrying it up?
Yeah. Yes, totally.
So it's a familiar bruise that I've been carrying it.
Yeah, they cut deeply in your skin. Your skin is intact, but there's this multicolored bruising on both of your shoulders, like these little hematomas that have spread from the weight that you've been carrying for the whole group. No one yet has offered to lend a hand because that's what you're there for.
Nova's going to see the freshly dumped mountaineering equipment and just like pick it up. Must be free to a good home, and stash that away.
A donation, consider it, or perhaps a loan, huh, Nova?
No response.
It would be a shame to let such good military equipment go to waste, and I pick up the flare gun. Take that with me.
Cool. And you pack up all your things and get ready for the day that has already started. Again, there's still light rain, dark clouds hanging over you. This U-shaped valley means it has a wide, flat ground. It's about 200 meters wide, has a mild, gentle slope upwards. Because of the clouds now, you can't see the tall house on the border anymore, but it's somewhere up there, and the direction is quite clear. There's a low density of forest, so there are scattered trees here and there, but they're all healthy and green. The woods are softly crackling as rain falls softly onto them. As you look upwards to the right, out of your shelter, you see in the light another cairn, hip-high stack of flat stones that marks the way as it has been throughout the whole previous day.
Seems the stone should be set before us. Simple enough. Follow the way, right? Come on, everyone.
Simple enough.
So it would seem, my friend.
Pack up the remainder of your equipment, leave nothing behind, and we shall go.
I'm packing up that 5th bedroll, but I won't take it.
Okay.
You can take
As you
that.
pack up the bedroll, you realize there's a lot of equipment in there. There's like there's a rucksack, there's mountaineering equipment, there's rations, there's clothes, as if someone, just walked out naked into the woods and left all their belongings for the journey behind. The rucksack that you see is the same military issue that Captain Chambers has. And likely probably also the rest of you.
It's odd, isn't it?
But as you say, Captain, it's all ghost stories, huh? What's in the past is in the past. Nothing to worry about.
Certainly not worth entertaining the irrational, and in times like this. I've gotten a long way by dealing in facts and truth.
As you're facing this irrational thing, as you say, I think it would be a good moment for everyone to do a sanity save. Do we under our guys, is there a tuned character within? Because that would mean that the sanity saves in their vicinity are at disadvantage.
Yes.
Yeah, Nova, eh?
Yes, I am tuned. Disadvantage.
Thanks,
Okay.
Pleasure. Here all day.
Rolling dice with gloves on is surprisingly hard.
That's the wintry mountains for you there. You need to roll under your stat if you hit it, or roll above. It's a failure. If you roll doubles, it's a critical.
So Nova's okay. Well in. Jacob, you?
Walter is definitely failing that with a 95.
Nice. That's a point of stress for you there, my friend. How's it looking with Anatoly? Yeah.
So Anatoly, in the first moment, it looks like he's going to be okay because the first roll was good. But then nagging thoughts hit him and he fails. So yeah, I'll take the stress.
I mean, you've been telling these ghost stories.
I believe him.
You summoned the ghosts.
Yeah, I know what's coming. I'm worried.
Yeah. Sian, how's it with you?
Yeah, not great. I definitely believe what Anatoly is talking about. And yeah, I'm stressed.
Excellent. So, all but Nova take a point of stress, and you feel the urgency to step out of this cave and get going.
Is anyone taking this equipment?
There's only so much we can carry. So, take what you desire. I've packed exactly what I need. He takes out his pipe and tobacco and starts smoking.
That's good. It gives you a bit of warmth that you were surely lacking before.
Anatoly he's got a strapped on thing. He goes, "What the dead have left, let the earth reclaim." Huh?
Dear, that's good.
So, who's taking the lead out there in the forest and the valley? Who has been guiding yesterday, since the route hasn't been so obvious, only indicated by these stacks of cairns?
I think.
Has it been you?
Yeah. Maybe.
Okay. I'm waiting for I'm just looking to the captain to make a decision.
There's a cairn here, so that's obvious, but looking out across the valley, you must know what kind of approach we should be using in this environment. Lead the way.
Cool.
Okay.
So you go out there and lead the group into the light rain. Up it is, as it has been the whole last day. There's this cairn marking the way, and it looks just like all the other cairns you've seen before. And you pass it, and then in the distance, after a while, you see the next cairn standing next to a tree. You continue onwards through this valley for a while until you come to an area where you can't just regularly walk anymore. The slope has increased significantly. And before you are, I guess, a long stretch of bare rock at a higher slope. So the section's about 50 meters wide and 100 meters long, and these bare rocks, they show like striations. So a long time ago, a glacier must have made its way down this and formed the valley in which you're currently standing. So before you, the slabs of rock, the angle and the surface means that the sort of climbing that you have to do is friction climbing, where you apply a lot of your weight and surface to the stone, and you shimmy up, hoping you don't start sliding. So if you were to fall, it would be a slide downwards. You would never lose contact to the stone. You look at these slabs of rock formed long before humans walked these lands. And up there on the top, on the left side, you see another stack of stones, a cairn indicating the way. If you want to look for a way up there, the first step would be to look for a good route. That would be intellect and your free climbing ability, also your mountain resonance as a threshold to roll under.
Okay, so my intellect is 29, and then you said free climbing?
Yeah, you're assessing the route.
So plus 20, so that's 49. And then my mountain resonance is 8, so 49 plus 8, 57. 36.
Great. So you look at this this rock and look for the best way up, and you start looking close to where the cairn is marking the route, but then you realize the route directly under the cairn is actually a lot harder than just a few meters to the right, and you identify a good route to go up. So the route, since you assessed it for you, will become easier, and based on your skills as a free climber, you can roll with advantage. Is there someone going to belay you, or are you just using, your skills as a free climber to just go up on your own?
I'm just going up on my own, I think.
Great. I like that.
Yes. Make sure to lay a rope down once you're up at the top, of course, Xian.
Of course. Yeah, I'll do that, and then whoever needs to come up with a bit more help can use that. Captain.
I love that. If you're so confident, you can also do that as a brave action. Remember, you would your result would become a critical, regardless of the if you rolled doubles or not. A critical success or critical failure. The positive benefit would be that everyone who sees you succeed reduces their stress, and you will get another additional point of mountain resonance. But you don't need to be brave, you just can be fearful going up there.
I think I'll just go fearfully.
Oh, no.
That's okay. I'll keep my braveness. This is the easy part.
It is for you. It is actually easy. Yeah. So please roll with advantage. Either agility or might, plus your free climbing, plus your mountain resonance.
Okay, so agility 38 plus 20.
But you can roll twice and take the better result.
No, it's fine. I'm at a 10. 18.
18, excellent. So that's
18.
good. So
Yeah.
you make it up the first pitch. You stop in an area where it is, you can lower your rope, which is about 40 meters in length, down to belay someone from below. You three guys have now seen Cian climb up there. And is now, due to that, it is obvious to you now which is the better route to take. And it is indeed a bit away from this cairn. She's, waiting for you. Who's gonna go up next, belayed by her from above?
Can I quickly just talk with the two that are here as Cian's going up?
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Of course.
So Anatoly's sort of leaning into both of them, and he's just, he's looking a little nervous. And I remember all from battles and wars before. I remember the faces of my comrades. I remember the cannons going off, but I do not remember who was in the cave with us before. I am worried. I know you do not fear the ghosts, but no man comes to this place. We do not belong here. You do not belong here. And he looks at Nova particularly.
Nova's just completely unfazed by this. I was like, please, Anatoly, make some sense to me, because there was no one with us here. There was no one. We may have just been tired and had missed an extra matches. We should go on. And I am eager to see the second best climber in the group assail this climb. Please, Captain Walters, after you.
Captain Chambers, technically.
Okay.
Look, I understand your ghost stories are meant to be warnings and not meant to actually instill fear into us. But I know...
Fear is useful.
I know the men in my unit. I am the captain of this, and I know exactly who we've brought on this mission. And whatever prank you want to do, or whatever sort of folktale you want to tell, that doesn't change the logistics of this division. We have a mission to do. You have a mission to do. That box, taps it again, is more important than any of us. Especially myself, especially you. So, get up. You next.
You see a change in Anatoly. He sort of like calms, and he's like, that is right, I have a mission to do. And then, so he steps up. I take it, just carrying this box, he's going to go up. Is that right? Like,
Yeah.
No one's offering any help.
Limitations of
Delightful
equipment.
comrades. Yeah.
Well, you get help from Cian, who belays you in
Thank
case you
you,
fall.
Cian. Yeah. So what am I rolling here? Am I rolling?
Either might or agility, plus you have, I think, wilderness survival or
Yes.
athletics,
Wilderness survival. So 32
Right.
plus.
and
10
your mountain resonance.
And mountain resonance plus 2. Okay, so 52. Double zeros is a.
That's excellent. That's a
That's
critical
good, right?
success.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. So that's a 6.
you easily make it up there. You're one with the mountain. It's impressive to see how you carry the load up there. This is why people picked you for the job, because you deliver. You get another point of mountain resonance for your critical success. You don't need someone to belay you. You just make it up there, and you stand next to Sheehan. As you look down, you see slowly as the temperature's dropping. And the wet rock from the light rain, it starts to freeze over. You'd be sure the next person can probably make it up without a problem still, but who knows how things are gonna go.
All right, Nova, you're a diplomat. It seems you have a lot less climbing experience than I, so I will stay down here and make sure you don't fall onto the rocks. Go ahead.
Nova's just a little bit of relief washes over the faces. Appreciated. And he'll step up. And I'm going to use agility and athletics with my mountain resonance. Do I get advantage like the last?
No.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
You're lacking climbing, and even free climbing as a skill.
Just in.
Excellent. It looks a bit, shit. But with the help from you guys above and good, healthy comments from below from Captain Chambers, you make it up there without consequences. But it took you a while. And you too felt how the wet stones are definitely freezing over, and by now a very thin sheen of ice has formed over the rocks, and you, Captain Chambers, it will be a bit more difficult for you to ascend this. So you will have to roll with disadvantage.
I had a feeling you might make me do that. Funny that. Is there anything I can do to melt this ice and perhaps counteract that disadvantage? I had just picked up a flare gun. Is that enough to warm this up, or is that not going to be sufficient in the time?
On a short area, it would be, but you're looking at about 30 meters of climbing. Okay. I don't think your flare is that large.
Cool. Well then, might plus wilderness survival plus my mountain resonance ends up at 49 total, so I got slightly less than 50-50. And I'm rolling twice, so I got about 25% chance to get in here. First one is a no, 96, but let's see if I crit fail. And I'm throwing my dice around the room because these gloves are ridiculous. And 94, so both just not doing the trick.
I feel this is really on you. You failed both of them, and there's no need to blame me for this. You would have failed the first one. So, you all thought Nova, our administrative personnel, looked bad climbing up, but Captain Chambers seems to have seen a mountain for the first time in his life. He doesn't fall, but he does struggle a lot. And as a result of that, you take 1 point of stress, and you also lose 1 point of your maximum heat.
Ooh. All right, I'm down to
2. How much heat are you now?
I'm on 2 heat, so
it doesn't affect you yet. But things are. You see, as you are up there with the other 3, you take off your gloves and you see, small blisters on your fingers, beginning discoloration. There's no pain yet. Maybe that's even worse looking at it. Shouldn't there be pain associated with those changes of your body? But they're not. So you continue. Sorry,
clearly Look after your fingers. This won't hurt now. This will hurt later. Clearly the mountain is not very happy with you.
Yes, I'm quite
Just
aware.
be careful.
Next time we make camp, I'll have to make sure to attend to all of the equipment and make sure everything's in order. It appears there's a small gap in my glove, which directly impeded my climbing. So, get that repaired up.
You get a pat on the shoulder from Anatoly. He goes, "Do not worry. As soon as all men are born, they begin to die." Huh? And then just starts walking off.
Yes, and sometimes I'm the cause of it.
Yes, I am well aware.
Lovely. The community spirit is high.
Yeah. So with the lessons learned from the first pitch of climbing up these rocks, you successfully make it up the rest of the way, and you come up there about 5 meters adjacent to the stack of stones, the cairn that indicated a surely worse route up there. As you make it up there, it has become noon. The rain has stopped. There's still dark clouds above you. You've passed the first segment of the day, and as a result, all of you get 1 point of mountain resonance. As you look up, there's a small gap in the dark clouds, and there you see again the toll house in the distance. It's at the edge of a large cliff. And there's smoke rising up from it. So the aim is quite clear. As you start to go, before you unfolds another U-shaped valley. It's narrower than before and has a steeper incline. It's about 50 meters wide, and it has a lot more forest in it. There are more trees, especially to the side where the wind doesn't catch the plants as much. You hear birds that you can't see. As you're getting ready, sorting your climbing equipment, and want to go off, Anatoly, the gift seems heavier than before. It now weighs 4 large things. It's surely just your exhaustion that's causing that.
Right. I will put it down. My comrades, this box is becoming too much for me. Perhaps it is the mountain itself seeping my strength, but I may need some assistance, if possible. Huh?
This box is too much for you as a porter?
Yes, it is. It seems that the recent events in the climb has made me, unfortunately, less able to carry this on my own. I offer my humble apologies to the Empire.
Yes, well, this box is certainly not too much for the unit. Let's carry it. And let's put some Strigger's tails behind us and deal with what's in front.
And he puts a hand on it and will help you to carry this.
Great.
As you lift it up, it weighs in total 4 large things. You've held it before, and you didn't notice the gradual change. And for you, it is much more surreal that this box is so heavy now. I think that calls for a sanity save on your end, Captain Chambers.
Yes. 20. That's a success.
93.
Well, only Captain Chambers. I think you've expressed your, before. It's harder to notice gradual change, and it's easier to rationalize than sudden change. But remember, Captain Chambers, you have disadvantage given the proximity of your lovely Nova.
Ooh, yeah, yep. You're welcome.
Yep. So maybe I didn't get a 20. We'll see. That's
100. All zeros on the dice.
Well, it goes from 0 to 99, so you're
And
actually
that's
totally fine.
0.
So that would even be, a critical success. So you're good. This is just the drain of the journey. This is totally fine. This is to be expected that people get weaker when they journey this far and in these adverse conditions. Yet the fact remains, it weighs 4 large things. Who's gonna carry it?
Is it possible to take 2 each worth of weight?
Yes.
I think Anatoly is sharing this with the captain, yeah, for sure. Can I ask, I've got an old lore specialty. Is there anything I can get from the mists of the ether of my culture about anything that's going on here at all?
Yeah. So the gift is clearly something colonist, but give me an old lore intellect check, and you can definitely apply mountain resonance to that.
Okay. Yeah, that's a success.
Great. So the thing that you realize now, standing up there with these this climb directly behind you and the cairn left to you, it's a traditional way to mark ways through the mountains, and your people have used that for as long as you can remember. They are used in good faith, and this cairn, that wasn't really used in good faith. It clearly marked a harder route. That is very odd. Your people wouldn't do that. It would mark the easiest route, the one that luckily Cian found for her skills. But if you had just blindly trusted the indicated way by the cairn, so it seems to be roughly in the right spot, but also perfectly in the wrong spot.
Okay, I keep it to myself. That's good.
Yeah.
A small. If you're looking my way, you might even see a slightly, almost imperceptible smile crack across Anatoly's lips.
Yeah. Do you want to inspect the cairn itself?
I'd love to. Yeah, if possible.
Yeah, cool. So you look at it, and it's a hip-high stack of flat stones. Looks exactly like the cairns before. There's nothing obviously wrong with it. It's stones. Some of them are slightly moss-covered. Some of them are, like, top ones are still a bit wet.
Okay, that's good. I just put my hand on the top of it and pat it, and think to myself. I close my eyes and imagine the fields outside my village when the colonials arrived and invaded, and my friends being lost. And I know there's something wrong here, and I welcome it. And I turn back to the captain. I suppose we'd better get going, huh?
Yes, of course, that's what I just said. We're not... Don't worry.
Of course. Captain knows best, huh?
Yes.
So you start walking. The route is quite clear, given that there's this gap in the dark clouds that shows you the tall house up there in the distance. You go up. As I said, the slope is a bit more than on in the previous valley that you were. After a while, you see another cairn indicating the way up there. It's again quite close to a tree, to the left side of the valley. It's not hidden at all. It's obviously there. Kind of indicates the left side of the route. Do you continue further upwards?
What do I think of it? Can I roll anything to figure out if we should follow that route or rather go somewhere else.
Yeah. So, from your experience, like, there's this valley, as I said, it's 50 meters wide. It doesn't really matter where you're currently walking in the valley. It's probably easier in the middle, but there's less wind shelter. But currently there's no wind. It's fine. If you want to, if you inspect the cairn, it looks exactly as the cairns before. Give me a sanity check.
No.
At disadvantage, sorry.
No.
When you take a point of stress, you're pretty sure you've been leading this group now for a while, and it slowly dawns upon you. This is exactly the same cairn as before. This is exactly the same stack of stones.
I saddle up to Anatoly and say, doesn't this look very familiar to you?
It is ominous indeed. I would say, Xian, when whatever happens, I believe you should retreat and leave us to whatever is coming.
What are you talking about over there?
I
Just telling ghost stories, Captain.
Well,
nothing you would be interested in.
Just telling ghost
Given that the
stories,
two of you are
Captain.
carrying the gift together, I think Captain Chambers heard all of that.
Oh, yeah. Oh. True.
Further ghost stories, Captain Walters. Further ghost stories.
Yes, but
You should be careful with what you call ghost stories. Have we made any significant, progress actually towards the bridge house? I know you've
Yes, you
seen
have.
it. All right.
Definitely.
So it is getting closer.
It is getting closer. You're not on the wrong way.
Right. Well, Captain and Nova, since you're so keen to continue going, let's continue.
well, if you have a
Clearly,
concern,
we've got it all under control.
it should be shared with the group in non-cryptic terms, perhaps. Go on.
Non-critic, I can say. When the shit hits, you will be unequipped to face it, huh? How's that? Do you like that, Captain? Huh?
I very much appreciate your feedback on my
Candor. Yeah.
my manner. Yes.
I am so happy to please you, Captain.
Yeah, it bonds you really carrying the load of this gift together. You're
I
like
can feel the
friends.
friendship,
Yeah.
just growing stronger.
You continue on through the valley until it stops abruptly at a cliff. There's a rock face. It's jagged, hard rock. It is sure that you guys need to climb it to proceed further as this valley ends there. You're still surrounded by a bit of forest. You can still hear the birds, and they're on top of this rock face, which is about 30 meters. So it's just one pitch to climb. You can just see at the edge there's another stack of cairns indicating probably a really great route. Is anyone going to look for a good route, or are you just gonna follow the indicated one by the cairn.
I'm sorry to keep jumping in, but I know Anatoly will instantly say, "We should follow the cairn. It is leading the way for us." Captain, look.
Yes, Anatoly, look, they have indeed been leading the way, but I was rather curious about Xian's objection or suspicion of them. I know both of you two should know exactly what these, how these lead us, how they're laid out, what the sort of communication structure and meanings of the different cairns are. But you seem suspicious of them, Xian. If this isn't fit for purpose, I would rather we use our own intuition. We're all intelligent people. Don't have to follow in the footsteps of those before us.
Our ancestors were intelligent people too.
I didn't say they weren't.
We tend to trust their wisdom. Having said that, I would like to inspect that as close as I can from here, and just maybe, are there any markers for if that's a road that might be misleading us in its, supposed easiness?
Yeah, so you can assess the routes here. It would again be your free climbing skill, your intellect, and your mountain resonance to roll under.
Okay, so that's 57. Yep, 12.
Cool. So you walk this rock face, and you realize that the cairn, the route it's marking, it's full of cracks, just wide enough to put a hand in, to jam it, to climb up. It's certainly a way to climb, but it's very painful and technically hard. But then again, a few meters to the side, there's this perfect rock chimney, just the width of a human, where you could use the advantage of having opposed sides to climb much, much easier. So again, the cairn is kind of indicating the direction, but a very shit route. But luckily you have found a better one just adjacent. So you are sure that you can climb that easily, and with your guidance, everyone else should be able to climb that too.
Captain, on second thought, let's try this one. I'm positive you will excel at it. So
that's good to hear.
I'll try and climb this.
Cool. Are you getting belayed by anyone? So it's a 90-degree wall. It has this rock chimney, hard edges. There's no plants on it. 30 meters. Are you going to do it on your own? Are you going to do it bravely?
I think I'm going to do it bravely.
We're going bravely up the route that is not recommended.
No, the recommended one.
No, this is the great. This is the good route.
Okay, good. Good clarification. I was like, wow.
Cool. Are you still getting belayed or not? It's your choice.
No.
No. Cool. So,
I'll try this.
Given you're a master at climbing for you, and having found that good route, you can roll with advantage.
Right. So agility and free climbing.
Climbing and mountain resonance. But you have advantage, so you can roll twice, given your facial expressions.
Okay, phew. Well, the first one was a 90. This one is a 38 and 57. Yeah, so I
excellent. So since you made it as a brave action, it counts as a critical success. You climb up there with much ease, gracefully and quickly. It's almost like there was no no height difference. You almost just walk it up. It looks impressive, and all three others lose a point of stress from seeing, this climber with you. She knows exactly what she's doing, and it's good to have her with you guys. You make it up there almost instantaneously, and you can lower a rope down to help belay the next people. Who's climbing next?
Just before we kind of decide who's climbing next, Nova's going to walk around, make sure he's quite close to Captain Chambers. Anatoly is not worried if he hears this, but he's like, Captain Walters, trinkets of a forgotten time. They move with the years. We cannot be relying on these stories. They're not real as such.
Exactly. We need some hard empirical evidence.
Precisely. Do not. I see your eyes quiver when Anatoly speaks. Do not let him get under your skin.
I believe you do not see my eyes quiver, actually.
Nova
Perhaps
is
it's
right.
mist.
Nova is right, Captain Walters. Yes.
Great. I like it. So,
Shall we get this box up? I can carry some of your excess equipment. I think it would be rather difficult for two of us to do this chimney climb. Why
not just load this with rope and pull it up at the end, eh?
This is why you are a porter. This is why we hired you.
Okay. I'll put it down, but I'll tie it up. And is that okay to sort of use that? We'll climb up and pull it up together, or?
Yeah, you definitely would risk scratching the box over the stones.
I'm okay with that.
Can I just try and use?
I just leave it to the group to decide, but this would be the consequence.
Yeah. So can I use some of Anatoly's excess mountaineering equipment that I carried on his behalf, and try and just jerry-rig just a little contraption to kind of just keep it away from the wall as they're going to pull it up?
Yeah, totally. Use your repair. I think that you've got. I think that would be an appropriate use of skill. It's probably intellect or agility, giving the crafting of this thing. Mountain resonance would not apply. It has nothing to do with the mountain itself that you're trying to build a pulley system.
Okay, so that will bring me up, repair plus 15. That'll bring me up to 52.
Better than a coin flip.
But not flippy enough. That's slightly over.
Is it a critical failure?
No.
Cool. So you take a point of stress and you realize that your system is not going to work. There's just not it would be too unsafe to build it in that way. So you take the point of stress, but you do realize it's not going to work instead of thinking it would.
Okay. Just bluffing. He's going to be like, he's just like, assuming the strength of the men heaving, this should suffice.
So you think you're saying it's going to work?
I like that.
Yes, it hopefully protects this box. It's more important than anyone.
Cool. So for that to work, then I would say Nova needs to climb up next because you need to place it up there.
Okay. No advantage, just straight climbing.
Straight, yeah.
Yep. So got the agility. 46, 56 with the athletics and mountain resonance as well.
Yes, please.
51, 59.
Oh, you're so close.
So you struggle a bit in this rock chimney. You slip here and there. It doesn't look that graceful. You don't fall, but it's not pretty how you scramble up there. You take a point of stress and you lose a point of heat from the excessive work that it takes you to get up there. But you make it up there. You're standing now next to Nova and next to the cairn. It's right behind her. Nova, as you look back, this cairn wasn't that close before.
Are you referring to Shan?
Sorry, Cian. Yeah, Cian. Yeah, this was a few meters away from you, Cian, and you concentrated on whatever the guys down there were talking and doing, and now it's right behind you, this cairn. It's just a stack of stones.
That's not a good sign, but I will just keep quiet about it, and I'll try and pull this up together with Nova.
Cool. So you bolt in this pulley system, ignoring the cairn behind you.
Well, clearly the mountain is not happy. We know that. So who knows if we make it out of here. Anyway.
So you set the pulley system up. From your experience as a climber and having used lots of different pulley systems, this seems fairly risky, but Nova is pretty sure this is going to work. And from down below, Anatoly and Captain Chambers, it looks perfectly fine. A rope is being let down adjacent to the belay rope to attach the gift to.
Okay. Anatoly will start fixing this around the box, and he'll just ask the captain, "Are you a religious man, Captain?" As I'm doing this, yeah.
From what our conversations have been so far, what would you hazard a guess at my religiosity?
I would not hazard to guess anything about your eminence, my friend. I just seeking to see if you feel abandoned in this place or just alone.
I feel neither abandoned nor alone, actually. There are 3 others with me.
I'll look out to the woods or the trees behind and goes, "I hear things out there, Captain. But anyway, this seems to be tied up and ready to go now."
Yeah, your knots looks great.
I hear in the larger cities they have medicine for these kinds of delusions that you find yourself with.
And I
much more effective than religion, in my experience.
Of course. I found medicine also for those who do not believe as I do. Yeah.
Ah, yes.
And I tug the rope to let them know that it's tied up.
Cool.
Just menace between the two.
Yeah. Do you want to get the gift up first, or do you want to guys climb first?
I think Noah's intention would be he's not very strong, so he would leave that to the stronger people. So I think as part of the overall plan, he would have suggested that get it secure, I'll take it up, set up the rig, and then get stronger people to do the actual hauling / blaming. I mean, yeah, hauling. Definitely hauling.
Yeah.
Nova, it's not that I don't trust you. I just wonder if something should go wrong and there's no one else down there. Should we not pull it up now?
You raise a good suggestion, but perhaps any tweaking you can, tweak, fix, change, do your mountainy thingies. You a climber, no?
Yes.
Okay. So, do you have a suggestion, or are we casting this to the fates?
Are we pulling this up or not?
No. I do. You see these hands? They do not do the pulling. They don't do the pulling. You could try if you like.
Okay.
Maybe
I
one
will-
more, and then leave one down to make sure it is on its way.
Sure.
Good
Whatever
suggestion.
you say.
Good suggestion.
So then, who goes up next? The gift is
Anatoly.
moving upwards, Anatoly and Captain Chambers. So who of you two is gonna go up to do that?
I'm happy to pry it forward from down here. It would be a terrible thing for it to slip and fall. So, I put myself on the line. You should go up and pull it.
Anatoly has already started climbing up. Before Captain is finished.
Then give me a climbing roll, agility or might with your wilderness survival, with your athletics and your mountain resonance.
That's a pass.
Excellent. So you make it up with ease. This is a really good route that Ian picked for you. You're up there. You see the pulley system, the rig that Nova created there. Seems to be fine. Exactly how you described you would build it. Down there is Captain Chambers and the gift on a rope.
So,
Okay, I suppose I'm here to pull now, so shall we begin? Nova,
Sure,
are you
let's-
assisting or?
As I was saying before, these hands, they don't do the pulling.
No.
Yes.
But they
Clearly
still,
not. Clearly
still
not.
show the stains of blood.
and I will start pulling.
Cool. You start pulling up, and with these pulley systems and rigs, it's quite easy to lift the weight, but you always need a little bit of more space to get the rope, because you're trading weight for length of rope, you take a step backwards and you stumble. And the cairn behind you, it tumbles over, and you lie over all these rocks. You don't let go of the rope.
I don't.
But there's a certain tug, and then the pulley system breaks, of course. This short shift in weight makes the prone to failure rigging of Nova fall to pieces. So the two up there with you, Cian and Nova, you see Anatoly stumble and hear the crack of the pulley system break. You down there, Captain Chambers, you see suddenly the gift dropping. I think all of you need to make a fear save.
Oh no. Oh, we're good.
Yep.
Oh, yes, good. Yeah, we're good.
49. Is it just straight fear, right?
Just fear, yep.
Yeah, I've failed.
Cool. You take a point of stress. I mean, you're at fault probably of this. So the gift drops, and you all have a split second to react. Nova and Xian, do you dart for the rope? Captain Chambers, do you try to catch the gift?
Please.
Yes, 100%. He goes underneath basically and is going to, like, he's not a weak man, but he's past his prime. He's gonna do his best.
Great.
To catch this if it's needed. Does it?
Yeah.
How high up was it?
Let's say hi.
That's high. So we have
wooden
a
box.
dense, heavy wooden box falling like roughly nearly 30 meters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you've got two people who potentially could, catch the rope.
Yeah, I would like to dive for it.
I think Nova, also realizing that potentially this was his error as well, would try and assist and
definitely
dive for the rope as well.
Cool. So both of you give me a agility test. If you have something like athletics, I think that would work quite well too, as you dive for the rope.
No.
Great.
I probably fall over Anatoly on my way
and
or
all those
something.
rocks there.
Yes. Anatoly's good on 41.
Nice.
Oh, sorry, Nova is good on 41.
So cool, Cian, you take a point of stress as you fail this. Nova, you dive for it. You barely catch it. The rope is cutting in your hands, but it stops. It slows the descent of the gift, and I would say the damage incurred from that is now split equally between Captain Chambers, who catches the heavy thing, and your hands, Nova, getting cut by the running rope. Both of you take 1d10 of damage.
Ooh. That's a 9.
Yes. Perhaps Captain Walters fared worse than I. That was 3.
Cool. You get a wound from the blunt force. Do you?
I do. It's the wound plus 1 extra
cool.
bit of damage.
The one doesn't carry over, but do you
how
want to
generous!
give him...
Thank you.
Yeah, I know I'm very kind, GM. Do you want to give me a D10 as the to see what blunt injury you take away from that?
All right. A 4. What is a 4?
A 4. This is great.
Good for you.
Yes.
Very different definitions of great.
Yeah, you catch it, but there's you hear this snap, and then this intense pain from your left arm as you catch it with both your hands, the gift coming down, and your left wrist gives away. And something breaks in your arm. It's fucking painful. Sorry for my language. You take a point of stress and then roll for panic.
All right, roll for panic. That is a D20, right?
That's the D20, and you want to roll above your stress.
In a rare instance, rolling high is good. I only have 4 stress at the moment. I'm keeping it so cool.
You'll be fine.
And I rolled a 14.
Yeah, cool.
No panic.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen injuries before. Maybe you've broken things before. Things can be fixed. Broken arm is probably not great for climbing.
No, probably not.
You're down there with the gift attached to a rope. You three up there as you get back to your feet. You've only heard the curses of Captain Chambers.
Soldiers, what is going on there? There's a repair kit and a medical kit that's in great need of dealing with stuff. Here, please. Shouting up at people.
Well,
Anatoly is just looking at the can that has toppled. Like he's aware that something's going on here. Like, he's sort of taken away from that. Yeah. all I was going to say was, in fact, in that moment with the screaming or the yelling from down below, he's having sort of flashbacks of the war. So yeah.
So am I.
So, Nova and Cian, you see the captain down there in pain, but he caught the gift. It's fine.
Nova's going to suggest, Cian, perhaps you could head back down and give some assistance to our beloved Captain Walters.
I just throw a damning look at Nova, and I'll climb back down.
Cool. Upsiling down there is easy for you. You don't even need to roll. In fact, upsiling is fairly easy for everyone here. You are down there with Captain Chambers. You see he's put the gift down to the ground. It's intact. It is unscratched. But there's, he holds his arm in pain.
Let me look at this, Captain.
The box or my arm?
Your arm. We won't get far without a useless arm.
It was quite useful, actually, before. Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
And he sort of presents his arm and rolls up his sleeves and lets you inspect.
Yeah. So it's you see a bruise that's quickly blooming there. When you touch this area, it's quite painful. Mid shaft, your lower arm has a certain instability, and you're pretty sure that indicates it's a fracture. It's not an open fracture, and there's surely no risk of bleeding out. But this is impairing climbing to a degree where it will be impossible for him to climb without someone else's aid.
Well, Captain, you got lucky. It's not an open wound. Let me put a cast on this, and I'll just see if I can find any kind of sticks around that I can use to make a makeshift cast.
Yeah. A splint, I'd say, you can use a bit of rope. You can take off a mountaineering equipment from either one of you to use that and some wood from the trees to make a simple but effective cast. Captain Chambers can walk without issues and use his dominant hand without issues, but climbing with only 3 functional limbs, it's not gonna happen. Someone will need to haul him.
Yes.
All right. Can I try to put this the gift on my back and just climb back up again?
Yeah, of course. It weighs 4 large things.
Yeah. I will drop all my important things.
To carry the most important thing. That seems like...
Yes. Great. Okay. I drop a few things like my bow and
Yeah, I'm
the rest
happy
of my
with you
equipment.
to handle that. You make room for the gift, and if you want to climb up for you've been on this chimney before, you climb it up easily. What you're up there again, there's Anatoly, there's Nova, the scattered flat rocks of the cairn lie around them. They haven't moved at all. They just lie there as if someone had toppled the cairn. But what are you gonna do with Captain Chambers?
Right. So I'll put the box down, and I will climb back down again, and we will hoist him up.
Cool.
Are you able to do this, you two?
Did I forget to mention hands? And now they appear.
Your hands are working relatively better than mine are at the moment, soldier.
Just for rules clarity, because it might inform your decisions, like hauling someone up is a option. If it is, you need at least 2 people to do that. 3 is better. A human is quite heavy. If you do that with the 3 of you, all of you will need to make a body save about the strain. You'll be successful, but it's about the strain of that. It's the 3 of you, all of you can make the body save with advantage. If it's just 2 of you, they will just roll for body save without advantage.
Okay.
Well, Anatoly responds to Shion's. He's looking the other way. He's got from out under his shirt. He's got like a wooden. It's like a crescent, but made out of oak that he's sort of holding and whispering to. And he turns back and he's like, "Yes, yes, of course. We bring up the sniveling captain. Yeah, yes."
So, Shannon, you've gone back down to get your stuff, and now you've gone back up with your stuff, and we're going to pull up all 3 of us, or?
I think we'll pull up the captain first, and then I'll get my stuff. I won't leave my bow.
That's fine. For you, this climb is not a real challenge, as we figured out.
No. Okay.
Cool. So if you 3, you've attached rope to Captain Chambers, and you, Captain Chambers, because you're not unconscious, you can guard yourself against the rocks with your one hand and with your feet, so you're not at risk for further injuries, which would normally incur if you just drag some body up a rock face. But yeah, please, the other 3 roll for body save with advantage.
Okay.
That's a no.
To
be honest,
no.
Yeah, to be honest, it's going to probably be another no. I have a body of 20, so
sort of interpretive vibes based. Did you succeed or not?
Yeah, no surprises. It's still a no, but no crit nos. So that's good.
So if you fail, you take a point of stress. But you manage eventually to haul him up there. Captain Chambers, you make it. Last step, just above, getting above the angle of the edge up there. That is a bit challenging, you with your one arm and so, but you're secured, and this is that because you're not unconscious, you don't take any damage.
Good.
This is bad. This is bad to have a broken arm out here in the wilderness. All of you have made it up here. You've spent quite a while, messing at this 30 meters climb. Some things have happened that are not ideal, but you made it for another segment of the day. All of you get a point of mountain resonance. If someone has done a brave action, they get 2. You look up what's in front of you. The first thing in front of you is this toppled cairn. Then extends in front of you a kirk, a amphitheater depression, like a sloping downwards depression. It's about a square kilometer in size. So you're at the top of a plateau. These things built from glaciers moving over them and resting there for a while. At the center of this depression, there's a lake that you can clearly see. It seems to be a calm lake. It's about 100 meters in diameter. Behind the lake, a forest starts, and it's a dense forest that you can't visually penetrate from where you are right now. And behind this forest rises up the wall up to the border station, the toll house that you can clearly see in the setting sun. Smoke rises from it. The way up there, it's about 120 meters, so multiple pitches that need to be climbed to get this. It's a bare rock face. But now first you're up there, the gift is at your feet as well as the toppled rocks. It's late afternoon. What are you doing?
So just to clarify, we've sort of got up out of this valley, and then there's sort of a plateau to a lake, followed by a forest, and then there's the cliff up to the toll house.
Correct.
Yep, and that seems to be our general path.
This is your destination, yeah.
Yeah,
and the lake's failing light.
Yes.
Yes.
The lake would be pretty easy to walk around, right? It's not huge. So
totally easy to walk around.
Can I ask what vibes Anatoly is getting off the forest?
Fine, nothing.
What do you think?
Is there a stringer in the forest, maybe? Or?
It's much denser than the forests, the trees that you've seen before, but it seems to be the same kind of pine trees. Okay. It's a forest that you would expect. Both you and Cian, as with your experience up in the mountains, this huge cliff, rock face there up to the toll house, it gives a natural shelter to winds, and this is why a forest there would grow. So it is not out of place to be there, and it's not out of place to be dense.
Okay, that's good. Good to know.
So, my esteemed captain, what do you wish to do here?
Our objective is extremely clear. That toll house is well within sight, and well within reach, perhaps after a night's camping. So, I vote we set up near here, find somewhere before we're plunged into complete darkness, bit of shelter, and then at it again early in the morning. I shall be all right. I mean, ultimately, it's my left arm that's damaged at the moment, but I've been here before. Not in this physical place, but in this physical state. So, don't worry about me, and don't consider leaving me behind, perhaps, as you have alluded to. I still have many useful skills. Look.
And I want to start surveying the area for logical places to camp out for the night. I do have camping skills. I'm actually pretty proficient. I got all the equipment for it.
Yeah, you don't even need to roll. I mean, it would have been you who picked the last spot to camp. And you would expect again that at the bottom of this rock face that there are shallow caves. That would be probably the best. If there's nothing like that to be found there, the forest would be the next best spot. Those are the two things that immediately come to your mind. And you've picked all the spots before, and they've been worked out fairly fine. I mean, sometimes there was this one time where there was this additional set of things.
They had nothing to do with the cave that I chose.
No, it has nothing to do with the where you slept. Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Am I at the point where I need to make a roll for that, for assessing it, or we just continue until we find something?
If you're physically closer, we get to that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Onwards. I apologize, I can't quite carry the box very well anymore, but I'll take my pack and everything I can.
Apology accepted, Captain. And remember, all sufferings are lessons in some way, huh?
Yes, and if you continue to try to exceed your rank, you may find many a lesson to come after this mission is done.
Is that so, Captain?
Yes, that would align with my orders and duty, of course.
Of course. Perhaps before frustration kicks in, Captain Walters, we progress forward. We progress forward, yes.
Yes. Thank you again for reiterating what I have said.
Oh, no problem.
Cian, please.
Who's taking the gift?
I'll continue to carry it if somebody takes my bow.
Cool. You pick it up, it weighs 5 large things.
And if somebody takes my mountaineering equipment.
Allow me to be of assistance this occasion.
Very generous of you.
Cool. So you start going downwards towards the lake. You leave the toppled cairn behind and this small cliff where you found much struggle. Do you want to go towards the lake or around it?
No, we're going around. Nobody drink from the lake either.
Cool. You would assume
This
it's
is
filled
not a safe space.
of meltwater and rainwater. You don't see any springs. It's a calm lake. You go through the rubble that is spread through this depression on the plateau. You keep your distance to the lake and find the most stable route. The gift is heavy on your shoulders. You pass the lake almost completely as the four of you see that there's definitely a body lying at the edge of the lake. Do you choose to investigate or do you want to continue towards the forest?
I feel like I'd have a keen eye and would love to at least see what this body is wearing, what the state of it is. I don't have a medical degree, but how long it's been here may be obvious. These kinds of details on this fallen person.
Cool. Do you go alone or do the others follow you?
I definitely don't go there.
Cool.
Nova would definitely follow.
Yeah, I'll follow too, but I'll unsling my rifle and check to make sure there's a bullet in the chamber.
Yeah, cool.
I'll stay here.
So you're expecting some sort of danger. You leave Cian behind and slowly and carefully approach this body at the lake. As you come closer, you see it seems to be a soldier, a colonist soldier. Based on the backpack, based on the clothes they're wearing, there's a broken rifle next to them. They're face down and face in the water.
Yes, this looks like one of our soldiers, right?
Yes.
Exactly. I sort of am half splintered in, but I have a right arm. I'd like to cautiously go to flip this person over at the water's edge.
You flip them over, and based on the body you see now, it's a man. But you can't really identify his face. It has been smashed in, and it seems to be, quite violent. What happened to him? Someone really disfigured him beyond recognition, and you can only tell from the rest of the body that it's a man. The placing them in the water seems to have been something secondary. So there's swelling to the tissue, bloating, but the water doesn't explain the extensive damage to the face. On the chest, you also see that someone has shot him, and the name tag and rank have been ripped off his chest. So where you have your name and rank depicted, someone has made it impossible to identify him easily. Most definitely dead, and probably for at least a day or two.
Mr. Rashkalinikov, do you know of any peoples around these areas that might be doing such savagery to soldiers coming through these parts?
Do you want ghost stories or do you want reality and your truth, Captain?
Whatever information you have might be useful, but let's try to keep to people. There's a bullet wound through this man's chest.
Truth. He's looking for truth, obviously.
I know of no monsters in these hills that use weapons except us. But if you look at the face, yes, I see Striga here. I see Striga feeding on those who have come.
Striga are adept with firearms, are they?
Maybe that was put out of his misery by his comrades, huh? I would hate to have a face like that and have to live through it, huh?
Perhaps it's not typically what should be done, but it is what has been done at points.
Do you agree with the putting of someone out of their misery?
Certainly depends how useful they continue to be to the mission, or how often they try to divert our attention away.
I agree. You make sure you look after your wrist, Captain.
Yes.
Say the word, Captain Walters, and I'll put us out of misery. Say the word. I say he leaves it really quiet so Anatoly can't hear that.
I fear that would not be the most diplomatic thing for a diplomat such as yourself to do.
Who else but the trees are watching? Who else?
Well, perhaps someone will find our bodies and do this.
And I'm going to rifle through, no pun intended, the soldiers' equipment, finding any little details I can find, anything that might let me know his mission, any little bits of loot, I guess, but it's mainly about information here.
So what you find is no one has taken away the military rations that he was carrying, the magazines. His electric lamp is broken, but that could have just been the impact of falling on top of it. There's still spare batteries, but he's devoid of any personal items. And to a degree where you can see he has been wearing, for example, a necklace, because there's you can tell that the skin has changed where the necklace was, but there's no necklace. Similar to the name tag and the rank, he has been stripped of everything that makes him a individual.
Captain Walter Chambers does not shed a tear for this man, but is sorry he couldn't know who it was, to perhaps report back as to what happened, and is going to take the small things, the rations, the spare batteries, magazines, these kinds of things.
You can just double whatever you already have on your character sheet.
Right. Light is quickly fading, and no answers are found at the edge of this lake. Let's return to Xian.
Cool. As you turn back to Xian, you see that she's watching you guys, and then behind her, directly behind her, there's the cairn stacked neatly.
That wasn't there before, was it?
No, all of you need to make a sanity save.
And we're next to an attune, so we have disadvantage.
Yeah, something like that.
You heard nothing of this approaching this. This is you. As long as you don't turn, you've got no idea that the stack of cairn is there.
I will refrain.
You can choose to turn whenever you want. And then you would need to make a sanity save too.
Can I check? Is it on or under the roll?
Yes, under. If you hit it, you fail.
Okay, I fail.
Good
clarification.
I would ask for that clarification, but I so obviously failed that it's not necessary.
And I so obviously I'm fine.
Excellent, as expected. You who failed take a point of stress, and you're clearly unnerved by, well, even if you don't fail your sanity, you're probably unnerved by the presence of this cairn. Do you alert Xian to that?
No, absolutely. Xian, the
The cairn, was that always there?
Yelling sort of across the plain.
Yeah. As you turn right next to you, you almost stumble over it. In fact, like the lowest of these stones was touching your heel of the boot without you even noticing. Make a sanity save.
Oh yes, I did manage that.
Yeah, nice. You're probably expecting. It's not the first time it snuck up on you. It looks exactly the same as before. As you've seen it through the woods, as you've seen it up in the misleading slightly where the best climb would be. You've seen it multiple times. It's always the same. There's no doubt.
How large is it?
Hip high.
Right. Okay.
Very suspicious.
Does anyone have anything that we could put towards this cairn and leave with it? Like an offering to the mountain.
Like an extra rock, perhaps?
No, something that is of importance to you. And clearly you're not a friend of rocks.
I have a rather neutral relationship with rocks, actually. Look, a soldier, an enemy combatant, they're rational actors. You can predict their movements, you can know what they're going to do. There are strategies to defeat them. The earth has no such rationality. It's pointless to have malice towards it. You can only try to survive it.
Bold opinions for someone who...
I'm not an enemy of rocks.
Almost didn't survive the earth.
Well, I feel like I have learned that lesson relatively recently. Should emphasize my point.
Whatever you say. But, do you have anything of personal importance that you could offer the mountain?
At this point, you notice he's got a pipe and tobacco in his mouth that he's smoking on.
I can't possibly think of anything. No.
In fact, you now have 2 pipes. You looted one from the other guy.
I've brought only
the standard military edition, similar to yours.
I brought only the bare necessities. But of the things that are most useful here, well, it would be horrific to go an extra day without food. So, we should definitely be keeping the food. An offering to rocks, really? You're attributing some kind of intelligence to this? Again, irrational, careless, random. It's just the earth. Doesn't care about an offering. Let's go.
Yeah, Anatoly will step forward. Anatoly will step forward and just say,
I think that the captain has made his bed here. He has made it very clear that he gives no credence to any of our tales. They do not even bury their dead. Look, out there, he just left them lying on the rocks. So, we shall see the outcomes of a world from your point of view, Captain.
Yes. And we will complete this mission. So, we'll have a great view at the top of that tall tower, won't we?
You would have, yeah. Must be really nice standing up there looking down upon the problems of others.
I don't know what you're alluding to at all.
So you leave the cairn as it is and continue towards the forests, or?
I will actually, if everybody else is moving away, I will place the picture of the painting that I have of my brother, little, like that size. I'll put it under the stones wherever I can find a little cave.
Nice. It's a beautiful offering of great emotional value. So you do that, and then you continue onwards. Seeing you're carrying the gift, Captain Chambers, you're carrying your broken arm and pride. Anatoly, you're carrying the weight of your culture's destruction, but you're also back in town, so to speak. You're back on the mountains where you belong. And Nova, you carry your own burden. You surely caused the broken arm by not disclosing certain things, but you're probably really good at not disclosing certain things.
I'm also carrying a bow. That as well. Yeah.
That's such a heavy burden. Cool. That's great. Thank you. I'm sure all your companions appreciate your contributions deeply. And as such, you make it to the forest at the bottom of this huge, over 100-meter high rock face. The sun is definitely setting now. There's like this reddish hue bathing the forest horizontally. And now that you're at the edge of it, you can see there between the trees is the cairn waiting for you. When you look back towards the lake, it's not there anymore. It's only this one cairn between the trees. There are birds to be heard, and now also sometimes to be seen as they flutter through the trees. There's a groan that you, Anatoly, and also you, seeing being out there in the wild more than others, you would immediately associate with a bear. It's in the distance, but it's definitely somewhere here in the woods. So yeah, you're here at the edge of the forest. You wanted to look for a good place to sleep. What do you guys do?
Do that. Find a good place to sleep out, maybe with
Cool.
some kind of overhang or rocks, or basically
nice.
A defensible position where if I'm keeping watch with a rifle, it's like shooting, down a corridor would be the ideal.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Give me intellect and camping.
Yeah. Hunting probably doesn't apply here, but camping certainly would. So that is.
Or if you want to go hunting, then do you feel free? Hunting for a campsite is not really the hunting that was implied on the
No, that's for hunting down people or animals, maybe.
But not limited to a bear.
Yes. So intellect is 54 plus 15 from camping gives me to 69.
Mountain resonance also applies.
Mountain resonance also applies. So 69 plus 8 is 77. And that is a 44. So,
crit. That's amazing.
See, I'm not useless.
Cool.
Look.
Even with one arm. So you start taking the lead, wandering through the forest. I assume you just walk past the cairn straight into the forest. The forest has a width of maybe 150, 200 meters before it reaches the rock face. You carefully move through the forest. As you all enter, it starts to lightly snow. The temperature is really dropping. You need to find shelter soon, but luckily you're an expert at that. You go in And you, in the distance, the first thing that you were looking out for is this bear. You as a hunter, you've heard bears, you've shot bears, and you approach carefully to know where it is without, alerting it to your presence. And indeed, you see a large, fat bear that is at the edge where the cliff starts. So there's a few meters where there are no trees. There are no trees directly adjacent to the rock as it arises. And there's this bear in the distance, and it hasn't noticed you guys. It's feeding. And from your vantage point and with your skill, you clearly identify there's lots of human waste, like food waste and things like that, up on a little, there's a collection of all of that, and the bear is ravagely eating it. It stinks of piss, like very strong smell of bear urine all around. And as a hunter, you're very sure that this is some sort of hyperphagia state. Bears are preparing to settle in for a long winter sleep, so where they ravagely eat anything, and so they're having a feast on lots of human-made food remains, and the most logical conclusion would be that the people up there on the border house, they, if they want to get rid of something, they just drop it down the cliff. And that's what has attracted the bear. But given your great success, you can easily evade that, and you do find a really nice shelter. It's a bit larger than the last one, but it still has a large opening towards the forest and to the open. So it's not the tunnel necessarily that we're looking for, but it's a deeper recession into the rock than the last place. And you would think, rightfully so, that it would make a perfect spot. And there's no indication that the bear comes here to rest. You would notice that.
This alcove seems quite suitable. Let's set up camp, be cautious, and take shifts. We don't want that bear or something else, perhaps a striga, coming to attack us in the night.
Ooh.
You're starting to see reason, Captain.
I'm starting to learn how best to communicate with my fellow soldiers, perhaps. I've always seen reason and nothing but.
Can I ask, are there any Khans around here at all, or?
Yeah, I mean, the first time you inspected this little cave that Captain Chambers found, there was none. And as he walked out to get all of you in, there's this cairn at the edge of it. Just in the shelter, just easy to evade physically, but definitely there. Between the rocks of the cairn, there's this picture of a young man with a slightly sad look stuck between these pictures, stuck between the rocks. Seeing you immediately can identify it as the offering you've given. Maybe it was not enough, maybe it wants more, maybe it doesn't matter what you offer. It's hard to tell from an expressionless pile of rocks.
Anatoly will volunteer to do first watch for Roker's sleep.
Cool. Does anyone want to do anything before you build your camp in that little cave?
Anatoly has got an idea for something on Sorchan's approach with the cairn, but like on a slightly different version. I'm looking to get something of the captain's that's sort of identifying of him, like a name badge or something. What would anything stand out to me that I could grab without him noticing at all? Even, I mean, like now or when he's sleeping, I'm trying to formulate a plan.
So when he's sleeping, you would have access to a lot of things in his backpack. And,
right.
One of the things that he brandished a lot was his pipe that he seemed to identify with a lot. I'm sure he would also truly miss his weapon.
Please take the pipe.
It would be harder
that's cool.
to get the name tag, or he wears this nice necklace. Like it would be really hard to get that even if he sleeps. You know, it's a
fine.
soldier you're dealing with. They're always ready to awake.
Yeah.
I also would sleep in uniform, so...
You probably have never slept in anything else for quite a while. People can also tell.
Oh, what do you mean? I've perfectly pressed and ironed all of my clothes. Right?
Yeah.
It's all clean.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago, yeah.
Cool. So you set up camp there. Given your amazing success on looking for it, there are no other roles involved in setting it up. You make a fire, you collect some dry wood that hasn't been affected by the snow that started to fall yet. And you make a fire, you set up your bed rolls, you group close to the fire, and then it's time to have some food. If you don't want to increase in exhaustion, you need to eat something.
Okay, I can do that.
Do you all have some food, or is someone, without it?
You do. I think
I've got 1 rations.
I took extra rations from the fallen soldier, and it offered around some of my, favorite, like dried crackery biscuit things. Anyone? They're quite nice actually.
Yeah, it's the standard military issue. You've grown so fond of them. They've been with you in all deployments.
A little extra as a treat, perhaps. It's our last day together, so.
Well, that sounds ominous.
Oh, the mission will be complete, right? Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's great. So you share that food, you sit all around the fire, and at that point, in this companionship that you've been forced into, but accepted and carried onwards, all of you can share a story from the past, the wartime. Whoever shares a story can relieve a point of stress.
Well, I mean, Anatoly's going to tell him a horror story, isn't he? So,
yes, I hope so.
Yeah. I can go into it if you like. So, sitting around the fire, Anatoly's sort of warming his hands.
In my village, before the colonials arrived, there was a man, and he was born with 2 souls. And those special men who are born with 2 souls, men and women, if they die out of natural causes, 1 soul stays, and it grows in the body, and it takes revenge. I smell an air round. I smell that man. And I see chickens coming home to roost, Captain. And Nova. And I see a glorious day for the people of this land.
That's my stress-relieving story.
Do we take a point of stress to hear that?
Yeah, I was thinking, shall I roll sanity hearing that?
All of you need to make a sanity save.
Oh, sorry.
Not Anatoly. You're fine. You told the story. You relieve a point of stress, but that was so beyond. Are you the right person for the first watch? Sure.
Hey, look. I volunteered, so...
That's at disadvantage, I'm afraid, people.
Yeah.
I rolled twice, but I only needed to roll once to fail.
Same.
Great. You take a point of stress. Well, now probably you're forced into telling a story to get rid of that stress.
Well, I too have stories of our deceased roaming those forests and mountains, because we can't reconnect and a lot of them are restless and looking for a place to lay their sorrows down. And I often hear them in the wind and in the snow, and I can hear them right now when we listen to the whispers of the cairn, the wind through the cairn. And yeah, so Anatoly, I feel those feelings too. There's a lot of pain in all of this, a lot of displacement that your people have been responsible for. I wonder if one day this will all be righted, and maybe we'll live to see that day.
I certainly hope we do. And that's what this mission is. Unity. And a peace offering. Diplomatic. Sometimes people from different backgrounds work together to achieve things. Look, despite your obvious messaging here, which I understand, have I ever doubted you? Perhaps my only critique of anyone in this party is of Anatoly.
Yes.
Yes.
You doubt me all the time.
Of course. I doubt you because, look, there are strange things that happen, of course. But at every point in time in my life, I have found reasonable explanations for things. And look, superstition, there's a place for it. It explains things that so far be. No one is said to be at fault. But it is said the pulley failed. And it was also said that Nova made the pulley. So...
So 1 + 1.
Yeah. The reader may draw their own conclusions.
So Nova would, adjust himself and kind of look at Shan and Anatoly and sort of say, my father, the ambassador, you might have heard of him. He used to tell me as a child that stories, folk tales, and such things were only used to control the weak and feeble, so they would not distract themselves with the musing of the political class. And I would just like to share that with you, to realign maybe your thinking on such stories. And he'll just kind of just feel a little bit chuffed that he got to low-key name drop there and just like, yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's yays all round. One.
Ugh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I have one heat. It's cool. Don't worry about it. Literally.
It's a bit.
We won't.
Oh,
Can't hear you, David.
He's just signaled in the chat that we've lost audio from Manuel.
I can hear.
Yeah, I can still hear Manuel.
Yeah, me too.
Mm. All right.
He's just put in the chat that he's just going to re-pull your feed. Hopefully that will just kickstart everything and everyone will be able to hear you externally.
Oh. And once we've resolved technical difficulties, you will have forgotten that you were about to give me a consequence.
You do not see anything. It's 5 degrees warmer.
It's actually almost too hot, huh?
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay, are we good again?
You got the thumbs up? Yep,
we got the thumbs up.
Perfect. Thank you, David, so much for helping and fixing. People, I don't know if you can see him in the background, but he's constantly there and working harder than Captain Chambers. Carrying more weight than Anatoly. And there we are. So, Captain Chambers, you had
going to kill Captain Chambers. Yeah.
No, he's not. No. This is a game of attrition. You know, this is the joy is in seeing him suffer, not to kill him. Since I was lost, I'll recount. So you lost a lot of heat, partially through your injury, and you have failed a lot of rolls today. So now at 1 heat point, you have to make a fear save at disadvantage, as you feel some of these frostbites become permanent.
Yeah. First roll is a 71, so that's a fail, but let's see if I get a crit fail. Luckily don't, but definitely a fail there on my first save.
You take 1d5 points of damage.
That's good.
Yeah, so half of a d10. Always round up for fun.
4 then. 4 damage. Lovely.
Great. Cool. You're probably far away from a wound, though.
Yep. I'm okay.
Cool. Yeah. So but then you start, this is the consequences of the day, but now you're spending the night at the fire, and all of you can increase your heat points by 1. This is due to Captain Chambers' good fire and shelter that he wisely picked. And so we settle into the night. The wind outside is howling. Anatoly, are you still taking the first watch?
If they'll let me, if they trust me after everyone's sharing relatively nice stories and I'm talking about Striga, yeah.
Believe it or not, I will let you.
You're hard in a position to
sleep well, my friends. Yeah.
Cool.
And the dolly will guard over you tonight.
Cool. Anatoly, you start your watch. You facing towards the fire or towards the opening of the cave?
Towards the opening of the cave, but whilst I
You're
am
back to the fire.
watch, yeah, I am looking to take something of the captain's and put it in the can if I get the opportunity. If nothing else happens in the meantime,
Yeah, I would say go ahead. What are you taking?
So, as you mentioned, something that's loose, it's going to be easy to get to. I'm going to do that. Is there also, do we have any, I don't have any wax candles, that's a shame. No, never mind, that's fine. I'll just take maybe his pipe.
So you go into his backpack. He's snoring irregularly. You can see, discolorations of his skin on his face, but he's asleep.
I savor that for a moment. Yeah.
He's at your hands, completely vulnerable to you. You go to his backpack, and there are 2 identical-looking pipes there with 2 bags of tobacco.
I'll take them both.
Cool, you take them both. What do you do with them?
As I sort of make my way over to the can with my knife, I imagine I'm just going to sort of scratch into each one. I don't know, maybe like a crescent on its side with a line through it, which might mean in my culture it's sort of like death or something.
And
I'm
you're marking him for death. Is that your intent?
So, as I said, I'm sort of doing a similar thing to what Xian was doing, but instead of being like an offering for survival, I'm treating it like an offering for, an offering from the group to the mountain
for survival.
Yeah, for survival. So I'm putting them both in there. Yeah.
Cool.
While whispering just like little things.
Yeah, you stick them in there, and then you sit back down. You're back against the fire that's warming you. You watch out into the night. There's nothing much happens for quite a while. You hear your companions breathe. Some of them sometimes irregularly, some groans. Nothing disturbs things for you. In the shadow that you cast onto the opening at the edge, there's the cairn, partially illuminated from the fire behind you, partially in your shadow. Let's say, Xian, you wake up. Your position was quite close to the opening of the chamber, and where you are, you see the sky partially. So it's mostly rock ceiling that you see, and then there's this opening, and between the trees that are a bit away and the rock ceiling, you see a patch of the sky. There are no clouds up there. What must have awoken you is like these stars. They're blinking in and out of existence. They're mostly up there on the sky, and then sometimes they are away for a short moment. Around you, you hear the warm warm fire still burning. You hear the snoring of Captain Chambers. You hear the regular breathing of Nova, and then Anatoly is sitting there, and he's sometimes moving his shoulder a little bit. He seems to be awake, but he seems to be oblivious to the fact that the stars are blinking in and out of existence. I think it's time for a sanity save. Nova's presence, probably, given he's asleep, doesn't matter for you, so it's not a disadvantage.
Ooh, it's just a 96.
No. You take a point of stress and you've got nothing in you that has an explanation for that. What do you do? Anatoly seems to be, awake. He hasn't noticed you're awake too, but he's clearly oblivious, or he doesn't care. Maybe he's, has he invited it? Who knows?
Who knows? I will get up and kind of just nudge him and point towards the sky.
Anatoly, you've been awake. You didn't realize Cian was waking up, but as she points to the sky, it's a clear night sky. There's stars in abundance, as you've seen them through the whole night.
Okay, well, I mean, it's clearly an odd thing to do, so I'm just going to look at Shan and go, do you see omens, my friend?
As you stop that sentence and you blink, Cian, you realize the stars blink in and out of existence with Anatoly's eyes.
All right. My friend, close your eyes again for me.
Of course.
And the world goes dark. There's only the fire burning next to you. The skies are gone.
Well, clearly I'm still half asleep.
The rational thing to think.
Oh, it's fine. We're all fine. It's fine.
Do you want to make me a panic check?
You can say no.
He did phrase it like a question.
Yes.
That's true. So, wait, how do I do a panic check?
This is where you take your d20 and you want to roll above your current stress.
Straight to panic. Oh.
My stress is 7, so just so you know. And it's a 10.
So you're fine. You don't fall into panic. All good.
Yes. Okay. Well, I sit down next to Anatoly and say, tell me about your stories about the night sky.
The sky. You see, some say the stars are pinholes in the pocket or the curtain of night, huh? And it is our ability to glimpse into the other world, but the other world to glimpse into us. And when we as a people join with the mountain, with the land, those eyes become the stars, and we are one. Huh? Is that what you mean?
Okay, I look into Anatoly's eyes. Do they look different or just totally normal?
They look as before. I mean, it's a bit hard to see with the fire, but even if you turn his face towards the fire, he looks fine. Mm.
What is it that you see, Shan? There is something occurring here I can pick up, but I cannot feel it myself.
Oh, my totally sane vibes. Yeah. Yeah. So
We call it knowing.
Yeah. Yeah. The stars seem to vanish with you closing your eyes. I've never seen anything like this.
He looks up and he holds his hands up. He's like, I cannot feel it, but I have been feeling that the end is drawing close. Perhaps I am becoming one with the spirits soon. I again tell you, Shan, when things happen, when bad things occur, you should go. You should not turn back. You should go and leave us.
Maybe I should.
As you turn your eyes back to the entrance of the cave, you realize the cairn is gone. If you have a hurried look around you, you see it's resting next to Noah. It's touching him on the arm. It's
that was ominous.
It's the same stack. It has embedded 2 pipes in a picture.
Yeah.
And it's not moving. It's next to Nova.
What is it? What is it we see?
His one arm is outside of the back bedroll. And it's just barely touching his left pinky. He hasn't noticed. He's sleeping. In the background, Captain Chambers is irregularly snoring.
The mountain seems to want the colonials, Shan. The question is, do we let it have them? And this is coming from Anatoly's perspective as well. So.
Yeah.
Well, we clearly have no love for them, but they do have my brother. So if we could at least deliver the box. I don't think it matters how many people deliver it.
I agree. It is just about how we ensure that we both can reach the end of the journey safe.
Cool. I think
And you
that,
see Anatoly taps his rifle for a moment. Yeah, but carry on. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I think you've clearly indicated a decision there. And with that, Shian, do you go back to sleep, or will you continue to watch with Anatoly beside your side?
I think I'll continue to watch.
And you watch with the warmth of the fire at your backs, and you've turned your backs also to your 2 colonist companions and the cairn. At some point, the sky lightens. The blinking or not blinking, depending on who you ask, stars disappear completely as the sun illuminates the sky. And it is morning. All of you have can increase your mountain resonance by 1. If you spend more time on the mountain, and no clouds on the sky. The sun shines brightly. It rises quickly. There's a little bit of wind as you wake up. As the 2 of you turn back to your 2 colonist friends, they're slightly like they're getting awake. Friends, yeah, it's on purpose. They're getting awake. There's this cairn next to Nova, who, as he's awaking, he's sort of touching with his fingers, like what's there. And then there's another thing that you notice. There's another set of a bedroll next to the fire, as if it all was set for 5 people. And with that, Captain Chambers and Nova, you awake.
do we sleep okay? Do I feel refreshed?
Yeah, you slept like a baby. Anatoly watched over you the whole night. And then there's this cairn right next to you.
I just dismiss the can, just like it's always, just like playing with your trinkets again. I see, Anatoly, but
I like to have my fun.
Do not frighten me. I rolled out another bed mattress as well, I see.
Of course, I am just playing here and just playing with the ghost stories, of course.
I see. But I do need to replace some mountaineering equipment, so I'll go have a look through that mattress.
There's a lot of, there's some cloths, there's mountaineering equipment, there's a pipe and some tobacco. There's even a rifle there. Captain Chambers, as you awake, and what's your reaction towards the cairn that's in the middle of the cave?
Captain Chambers is doing the math in his head. And he's not terrible at math, but this doesn't make any sense.
Do you want to give me a sanity roll then?
Yeah. I should stop describing how things don't make sense. It's like, it's fine. No sanity roll for me. That is a no. Actually, I might crit fail because Nova's awake. I luckily don't, but I am definitely failing that.
Cool. You take a point of stress as you look at this cairn whose presence doesn't make sense, and there's two pipes and a picture sticking out of it.
That's you can tell on Walter's face. He just woke up. He can't, be that rigid. It obviously bothers him. But he's going to say, Anatoly, what is the meaning of this? I was under the impression we'd be taking shifts, and you've decided to stay awake all night. This can't be good for our final stretch of climbing today.
Perhaps not for me, but for the rest of you, you needed your rest. Yes, it's you have, of course, undergone a lot of damage with your wrist, and I noticed some what looks like frostbite, and so I take.
It just takes one finger to pull a trigger.
Yes, indeed, but you have to climb. You have to climb, Captain.
Yeah. Indeed, Anatoly, you've stayed awake the whole night. Do you want to give me a body save?
Yes. Okay. That is a fail.
Cool. You take an extra point of stress, but also a point of exhaustion, which should put you at 3 exhaustion.
That's correct.
What does it say next to you there on the character sheet?
Disadvantage on might and instinct. Oh, might and instinct, sorry.
Might and instinct. So whenever you have to roll might or instinct, now you have disadvantage.
Great. Hey, look.
It takes a toll on you to stay awake the whole night and watch over your companions. Thank you for your sacrifice.
Yeah, no, I didn't know I was making it, but yes. Yeah. Gladly offer it to the mountain. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So do you pack up your things?
I go right. I pack up my things and I notice that my pipes are not there, and see on the can that it is. The extra one is kind of a bonus.
Anatoly, this is, to a normal recruit, I would say this is improper placement of equipment. To you, I should say this is certainly more sinister and shall be written up for.
And I take one of the pipes and light it.
Please, try not to misplace things like this again.
Of course.
As you hold it with your good hand, your thumb scratches over something, and you see there's this symbol scratched into it.
Do I know what this means?
I don't know. Do you?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Can I decide, or should I roll?
Yeah. Decide.
I'm going to decide to roll to see if I know.
Okay.
Let's just do straight intellect.
An extra step. Yeah.
I have no idea. It was obviously scratched by Anatoly, but I don't know its meaning. Yes, markings also considered improper use of equipment.
Look, please just accept the scared ramblings of a superstitious ex-soldier here to draw protection symbols on your items. We need you at the end of this street, all right? So please.
And if I were to perhaps leave this here where you intended it to be, would you treat me with a little respect?
I think that the mountain is who you should be seeking respect from, not from me. Huh?
You are far more reliable than the mountain. I can at least try to understand your motivations.
And I put the tobacco pipe back.
I believe I've placed it back exactly where you want it. So, please.
My
have a box
respect
to
is
deliver.
yours. Yes. The gift.
The gift. Yeah, good thing. So, who's taking the gift? As
How
you
much
pack
is
up?
away now?
Do you want to guess? 6 large.
Whoa, who would have thought?
It must just be the drain on all of your bodies. Yeah. Surely you not, Captain Chambers, given your, increasing ability to climb.
Mm-hmm.
Surely not. Hands and all.
At least you have 2.
Slightly scratched still, though, saving your life, of course.
Yes. That's exactly what happened.
I mean, I can take half. I mean, otherwise I'd have to start removing clothing or losing, oh gosh, my mountaineering equipment. I don't want that.
I'm gonna tell you
or
guys,
a rifle, maybe?
You're facing a multi-pitch climb of 120 meters. There's no way you're gonna share the load. Someone will have to take it.
6.
Well,
I guess since I'm the best climber, maybe.
Oh, sorry.
He seems to have some connection issues there.
Who? Me?
I can still see.
Is he moving for you guys?
Yeah,
Everyone's good.
and talking.
Yeah.
I can't see Sean.
Oh.
No, he's How odd. He's
there.
Yeah, he's there.
No.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Now I can see him again.
Hey,
Okay.
he's back.
Yeah.
Anatoly just blinked his eyes.
Yes.
That's right.
Cool. Thanks, David, from in the background. Cool. So, so there's no way you will be able to, share the load while climbing that high.
Right, so I will take my torn layer of clothing off and give all my equipment. So that means I have 1 mountaineering equipment, 2 layers of clothing, and I'll take the box. And you will just have to carry the rest.
Yeah.
So, Nova, I will offer assistance to carry your things again, but be like, I cannot carry it all. Would you like to prioritize, or should I?
You can carry it all for us.
I cannot.
We should surely not need more than 1 weapon.
I think it would be useful if you carried this Nova. Huh? I insist.
There's how many things do you have?
I have a hand lamp, mountaineering equipment, a bow, and a pistol.
Cool.
Yeah. So just outside, I can carry 3 things. so I can carry those.
If you carry more than your 10 items of large things, you get disadvantage on all might.
Which
I already had disadvantage on all might.
yeah, so let's just add another person in the mix. Yeah, that sounds like a lovely idea.
I'll just give my pistol to Anatoly, I think, and then Nova can carry the rest.
Yeah, I can carry the rest. Yeah, no. Thank you for prioritizing.
Oh, you're welcome.
If we do need to jettison things, bows, pistols, rifles, we shouldn't need them when we meet at Tollbridge.
But what about beyond? Captain Walters.
Captain Chambers, and yes. Look, the real problem here are the elements. We can avoid a bear. We can talk our way through some situation with people. But we need some gear.
Just jangles the mountaineering equipment I do have. Understood.
Yes. Good, well understood. The gear looks in good order. Let's go.
Let's go.
So you're ready. You're stepping out there into the morning sun. Look up these 120 meters of, solid rock. Nothing is growing on this. There's some ledges here and there. It will be a multi-pitch climb. Cian, do you want to assess for a good route?
Yes.
Cool.
With intellect?
Intellect and your free climbing and your mountain resonance.
Cool. What have I got now? 12. Okay. 62. Yes.
Cool. You find a really good route up to the first ledge, and then that makes it easier for everyone. How are you dealing with the situation of Captain Chambers not being able to climb? Was your intended sequence of people climbing?
I think Captain Chambers would actually order this. All three should go up, and then pull them up,
and then haul
as
you.
Was done before.
Cool. Yeah. So, Cian, are you going first? Are you? Cool. Then it would be, intellect and agility or might, plus your free climbing, plus mountain resonance as a threshold to roll under.
Okay, so that's 58, 70. Yes, 10.
Great. Okay, excellent. You make it up there. It looks fairly easy when you do it. Having seen now her climb up, it becomes obvious where the path is for you guys. Who's going next?
Anatoly.
Cian is now up there and can belay from above.
Yeah, Anatoly will go next.
Cool.
So now I can use might or I can use agility, or do I have to use might?
Correct.
Okay,
no,
I will use
can
agility.
Yeah. Good switch.
And I rolled under. Yes, so that's a success.
Cool. Anatoly, you make it up there. You're now standing next to Cian. The both of you are up there. You've got the gift. Below you are the two colonists. Who's climbing next, or what do you do?
Nova would, listen to the captain, Chambers, and he would, go up next with the intent of, hauling them up. So he'd probably just give a quick check to make sure whatever belay system that we're going to haul him up was intact, and then start climbing himself.
Cool.
And that is a 34. That's okay.
So the three of you are up there, and I assume someone you tied a knot around the rope harness of Captain Chambers before, because he'll have a hard time doing it himself with one good arm. So you're hauling him up again?
Are we hauling him up?
Yeah, that's a question. Cool.
I mean, Nova would be yes.
Okay.
We're hauling him up.
Cool.
You can always choose
so
to
everyone
not.
again make a body save at advantage. The three of you that are up there.
Okay.
How generous.
Just body? Is it just body?
Yeah, just body.
No.
God. My body's 20, so that's low.
No.
Great.
Advantage, sorry, advantage. Come on. Still no.
Thanks for the dramatic arc. Yeah, so all of you take a point of stress
Yes,
as you struggle to get him up there. Now that, but you make it. You're up on the first ledge. It barely fits all of you. The reason for it is that probably, there's also this cairn up there with you as you were all looking down to Captain Chambers. You didn't realize it, but it must have been there the whole time. There's this hip-high stack of stones. There's two pipes in it with markings. There's a picture of a man with you on this tiny ledge. There's barely any room to move. You're just ignoring it and continue to climb.
I'm going to put the pistol in the can.
Mm-hmm. You're giving it a gun?
I'm giving it a gun.
You're just gifting everybody else's stuff?
In case, in Anatoly's head, in case he loses the gun, the can's always there and it always arrives with the items. So it's essentially like a loot
Bag of holding.
So he's loading the gun, he's loading it.
Yeah. Smart exploitation. I love that. You give the can a gun.
Yeah, I can do the math on that. I look at it very suspiciously, but I'm not going to stop you.
I am carrying too much, Captain.
Yes, and of course you're leaving weapons behind, as I, strictly speaking, ordered.
Yes.
Yeah. And so then the next pitch, Cian assesses her out and she climbs up with much ease, and you follow, and you then haul again the lovely Captain Chambers. And again, it takes a toll on you guys. And again, on the next ledge, it has a bit more room, but it also has enough room for another cairn that just is there once you focus on Captain Chambers. It carries a gun. It carries two pipes and a picture. You make good progress on the wall, and you've been very focused on not letting anyone fall, keeping to your equipment, and you work as a unit, even if one of your members is fairly defective. Speaking of you, Captain Chambers.
Yes, I understood that. Thank you,
You look up, and you're about 10 meters away from the ledge to the. So you're standing on a rocky ledge, and then there's the edge of this cliff face, and above you would assume is the toll house. From your vantage point, of course, while climbing the rock face, you can't see it since it's vertical. But there's a body hanging on a rope, lifeless, over the edge.
What does it look like? Is it another soldier?
It is indeed another soldier.
Perhaps looks similar to me.
Yeah, maybe. It's hard to tell. It's like there's a soft wind that swings a bit, and then it turns in the wind, and the face is smashed in. It's hard to identify. Surely he's a male soldier. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Even in times of relative peace, the stress of this job takes a great toll on all of us. I hate to see such a thing. Or I hate to see what did such a thing. But we must move on. We're nearly there. It's just 10 meters to go. Let's go. I appreciate all that we've all done so far.
And Anatoly kisses the mountain after seeing that sight.
So you decide to make the last pitch. It's not even a full pitch. It's just these 10 meters. The route is quite easy. Cian, for you can climb that without any issues if you want. Do you go up first?
I will, but I will also try to find a route that is as far away from this body as possible. I don't even want to try and look at it.
Cool. Yeah, that's fair. This is not a problem for you. You do that. You climb up to the ledge to go around the corner, one of those classical, heel hook moves, and you move your body weight up there. And you see the tall house from behind. There's smoke rising from it. It is not the chimney that is rising from the roof is burnt. It's not burning anymore, but it's smoldering. That's all you can see from the back, from your point of vantage. This is not going to be the safe haven you've been looking for, that you've been expecting. What do you do? You're up there, you've got the gift.
Well, there's nothing to it. We just have to hold the others up, and then we'll figure it out together. I will make a mention of this and just say, I don't think we're finding the safe haven we were looking for here, but you should all come up.
Cool. You guys down there, this sounds very concerning. I think you should all make a fear save.
Ooh, okay.
Sorry, I should have just kept it to myself.
Oh, it's disadvantage as well, right?
No, just regular. Yeah, no,
I
just
mean, not that it
regular.
matters. A failed first up is a failed first up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone failed?
Yeah.
Ready to take a punch of stress?
I rolled an 88.
I love it. So you take a punch of stress, and then let's give it a panic roll.
Yeah, okay. So my stress is 8, and I rolled a 6. So I panicked.
No.
Cool. Thank you so much. Finally. Let's take another way. Like this has not been going well for you. You're fairly, you've lost your spirits. Whenever from now on you want to engage in violence, you first need to make a fear save. Yeah, you're a broken soldier now.
I think, for a moment, if I can have a break for 1 minute, I think he goes completely silent, and for the first time is not barking orders and is dissociating. This whole house was not supposed to burn down. This was not supposed to be how it was. And I will be right back. Please continue.
We're at the end of the whole thing. Okay. We will. Okay, let's say he needs to be hauled up anyway. So who's climbing next?
Nova, what are you seeing the captain freeze up? Are you going up anyway, or are you staying with him?
I think I just sort of see him dangling there and just like fixed a little bit of a trance for a minute, kind of seeing the captain get broken. He's just a little bit like, ooh, okay. For the first time, he's just a little bit off. So I think he just kind of freeze a little bit and just wait for something else.
Oh, well, I'll go. Then Anatoly will just take that opportunity to go. And
Anatoly, you go up, and that's not a problem for you, these last 10 meters. You make it up there. You stand next to Cian. You've got the gift, and in front of you, the toll house is... it has a burnt roof. It's eerily quiet up there. As you look, there's the cairn standing behind Cian. It has a picture, 2 pipes, and a gun. It's just standing there behind her.
I will walk off towards the house with my rifle out. I want to go investigate. I don't care about the colonials still coming up. I'm just going to go check out the house.
Cool. Cian, are you following Anatoly towards the house, or are you waiting and helping someone to ascend this?
I'm trying to keep it together and try to help the 2 others get up.
Cool. So then, Nova, you make it up without any problems if Cian is helping you. Anatoly, you go around the corner of the toll house, and in front of you unfolds a old battlefield. There's dead soldiers everywhere. The windows of the toll house have been smashed in. The toll house itself has been burned out almost completely. They're killed mules and overturned carts. You only see dead colonists, and in graffiti or blood, you're unsure. Someone has written on the side of the toll house, "No king of mine."
Okay. That flips a switch in Anatoly. Like, he sees that, he's taken back to his past, and he's taken into the present, and it's like he sees a red rage, and he loads the gun, and he whispers it, "No king of mine," and he turns around and stalks back towards where the other 3 are, with the rifle beginning to raise.
Yeah, what's your intent? You make it there with the rifle loaded just when you see the first hand of Nova make it over the corner, and then there's his heel as he hooks over his weight.
I will just walk up as far. I'm so sorry, Nova. I'll walk up to the cliff, and I will scream out, "No king of mine!" and just fire down into Nova.
Lovely. I think at that you don't need to roll at point blank. He's climbing up.
Oh, sorry, Nova.
Can I just say a little bit of a
give me a body save. Give me a body save.
As Nova's leg kicks over, you see the sort of fear in his face go, please, and his voice just cracks, and you're like, well, we can be rational about this, surely we can be rational about this.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And that's a fail.
Cool. The impact of the bullet loosens your hold on the rock, and you with a trail of blood in the air, you plummet back. Cian, you have the rope in your hands. Are you gonna secure him, or are you going to let him fall?
I think I'll just let go. Clearly, this was meant to be. And I will sit down next to the cairn, and I will start to whisper some prayers, potentially. You don't know. Nobody hears, really.
Cool. Nova, the bullet doesn't kill you, but the impact on the ground does. Your rope, no one's managing it. It just trails after you. And down there on the ground, you see it for a split second before you hit the ground next to the next to the bear and his feeding, next to the forest, next to the shelter where you spent the night with people you called comrades. What's the last thought that goes through your mind as you fall?
As during the descent, I think just the opportunities lost along the way and failure to kind of persuade the captain to basically, I knew it, as he just sort of plummets and realizes that Anatoly was just a time bomb waiting to go off, and it just happened to go off for him.
Cool. So you splash on the ground. It will be hard to identify you in the future. Captain Chambers, you hear a shot and then
I snap out of it.
You snap out of it as Nova passes you, flying by, the rope attached to him loose. You're there on your own on the ledge. And above you, Anatoly looks probably over the edge of the cliff down to you.
My battlefield instincts and tactical mind kicks in, and I immediately press myself up back against the ledge, try to make my profile as minimal as possible so I can't get shot at, and I am going to pull my rifle with one arm and like in the crook of my shoulder, and I am going to be pointing it straight up, ready for a good shot on Anatoly.
Cool. Like ducking out of the way, I think, is well within what you can easily do. Managing a rifle with one good difficult arm is probably hard. Give me, if you, as Anatoly, I assume, do you peek over or do you just leave the captain down there?
I know what he's doing, and Anatoly already has an idea of what to do.
Oh no!
Cool. What's your idea?
So he sees the captain press up. He's a military man himself, Anatoly, so he knows what he's doing. So he knows the captain is still strapped up to this rope for big hauling. So he goes and he just starts tying the rope around the gift and starts pushing the gift to the edge of the cliff.
I love it. And off the gift goes. It flies over the edge, and you immediately realize, Captain Chambers, what has happened as the rope snaps and drags you over the edge.
You hear Anatoly yell, "It is our house now. Dos Vidania."
What's your last thought, Captain Chambers, as you plummet to certain doom?
My last thought is he was such a coward, he didn't even peek over and make this fair combat.
He did not know.
And so my sort of gunshot that goes wildly astray does nothing as I am pulled violently off the edge of the cliff. Bugger, shit, fuck. And I am falling.
Great, and you too are killed by the impact as you splatter right next to Nova's body, and you also fall on the broken gift. In that split second, it's impossible for you to realize what was in there, what caused a massive weight. It eludes you, as does life. Up next to the burned out toll house sits Cian. Next to the cairn stands Anatoly, victorious, looking into his homeland, potentially to be reclaimed. And this is where we'll end our one-shot of Between Kings and Brothers. Thank you very much for playing with me.
Thank you.
That was great. I really enjoyed that. I hope there's still listeners here and you're enjoying it, or you're somewhere in the future watching the recording. Mountain Resonance is free, including this one shot. get it on itch.io or RPG Trader. Thank you again to my lovely players. Thank you also to KiwiRPG, who've helped this game to become what it is now, who are continuously supporting the beautiful scene of Aotearoa, New Zealand, to rise in fame. It is my understanding that there's a giveaway that is happening in the chat. So please stick around and claim your prize, as Anatoly and Cian have claimed their destiny and the lives of 2 colonists. Thank you, everyone. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for running. It was awesome.
And stick around for the next stream, which sounds like an amazing heist adventure by David.
Yes, indeed.
That's going to be my afternoon activity.
Okay, goodbye.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Manuel.